religion which called upon man to unequivocally trust himself, to raise himself by his own exertion, to govern and control and form himself. At a small distance from Bodh Gaya are the Barabar Caves, one of the known Buddhist sites of this area. Situated in the rugged terrain of the Vindhyas, the rock, of solid granite, looks like a huge whale seated above the hills. Cut into the heart of this rock are several monastic cells with rectangular chambers and doors leading into other cells. The dark cells provided the monks with shelter when they stopped traveling in the rainy season. From the simple monastic cells cut into rocks to elaborately designed and conceived sites, India was vibrant with the message of the Buddha. The sanctity of this place lies in the fact that Sariputra, the famous disciple of the Buddha, was born here, and Nagarjuna, the celebrated Mahayana scholar of the 2nd century AD, was the high priest of Nalanda. From the accounts of the Chinese pilgrim Hyun Sang, who not only visited Nalanda but also studied here, we come to know that in the 7th century AD, Nalanda was the most stupendous monastic establishment on the one hand and a great seat of learning on the other. The archaeological remains of the monastic establishments, the celebrated Nalanda Mahavihar, which comprise the university and the edifices, are vast and extensive indeed. As many as 11 monasteries have been uncovered by archaeologists. A number of temples and stupas of various sizes and forms add to the antiquarian remains of the grandeur that was Nalanda. The greatest patron of Buddhism, King Ashoka, built a stupa and erected a pillar at Sachi. All kinds of Buddhist architectural forms can be seen here. Although the monument at Sachi now forms one of the most magnificent and perfect examples of early Buddhist art in India, the site seems to have no apparent connection with the traditional history of Gautam Buddha. According to Sri Lankan chronicles, King Ashoka was married to the daughter of a merchant from Vidisha. His son, Mahendra, was on a mission to Sri Lanka when he halted at the spot where the monument stands. Sachi remained a great center of Buddhism for more than 1,000 years. This is evidenced by the numerous monuments belonging to all eras from the 3rd century BC to the 12th century AD. 3 stupas at Sachi stand out as the most imposing. Stupa number 1, originally built of bricks, is known as the Great Stupa. Built in the time of King Ashoka, it was later enlarged and faced with stone, perhaps a century later, when the massive balustrade and the 4 imposing gateways at the cardinal sides were also added. Stupa number 3 of the 2nd century BC is known from an inscription of its relic casket to contain the mortal remains of Sariputra and Maudgalyayan, the 2 foremost disciples of the Buddha. Stupa number 2, also of the same period, does not have gateways. It is important as a Buddhist shrine because it contained the body relics of 10 Buddhist teachers of at least 3 generations, including Kashyap Goth and Majjhima, who belonged to the period of Ashoka. The relief sculptures in the railings and gateways at Sachi show great advancement in style and technique. The style of the intricate work indicates that they were made by ivory carvers from Vidisha. Monasteries at Sachi are generally designed on the familiar plan: an open brick-paved courtyard with an enclosing veranda, and beyond the latter, a range of cells.